Good day everyone, I am April Cudiesta and I am the first reporter for Group 8. So our topic is all about the school head in school-based management. So the Local Governance Code of 1991 or RA 7160. So the RA 7160 provided for a more responsive local government structure through a system of decentralization where local governments are given more power, authority, responsibilities, and resources. So, ang kaninga law nag-aim to improve service delivery, promote local economic development, and ensure greater accountability and transparency in local governance. So it aims to enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of public service provided to citizens. So in this chapter, you are expected to learn the rewards and challenges in implementing SBM, especially on the part of the school head. So I have here an example. Mabuhay Elementary School had very low mean percentage score or MPS in the last grade 6 exit examination. So pupil tardiness and absences are rampant. So truancy in another problem, some pupils cut classes because they spend their time playing video games in the computer shops nearby. Absences are also very rampant. Children claims they are told by their parents to do rice planting and harvesting. Feeling helpless, Ms. Ligaya called on teachers, parents, and leaders of the community for a meeting. So, Ms. Ligaya is the school head of Mabuhay Elementary School. So, she presented the problems of the school for help to improve the school performance. So, there were many suggestions given. So, ang problem is ang students' tardiness o ang tardiness. So, ang tardiness nag-cause sa late ang reason niya is kanang late rising due to TV, distance of from home to school, and computer shop. So, ang objective nga nag-come up sa meeting is to reduce tardiness to 0. So, in order to achieve their goal, stakeholders should talk to parents in school. Parents have to limit TV viewing, come up with PTA to meet with computer shop owners to not allow students in shop from 6:30 a.m. and during school hours. So persons involved kay ang PTA officer, teachers, parents, and school head. So ang expected outcome sa objective nga kani or ang goal is 0 tardiness. So Ms. Ligaya, the school head, is smart. So kabalo siya nga dili niya masolve ang problem nga siya ra usa. So she involved the teachers, the parents, the student leaders, and leaders of community. So kabalo siya nga involving them will feel a sense of importance and a sense of ownership. So tungod kay sila mismo ang nagsolba sa problema, they themselves are in the best position to solve the problem. So ang gibuhat ni Ms. Ligaya have to do with school-based management o ang SBM. School-based management or SBM. So school-based management is a decentralized management initiative by developing power or authority to school heads, teachers, parents, and students. So parehas ni siya sa RA 7160, but ang RA 7160 is all about giving authority to the government, while ang SBM or ang school-based management is gahatag ni siya og power or authority sa mga school heads, teachers, parents, and students. So when we say decentralized means distribution of power, authority, and decision making from a central authority to smaller local units. So school-based management kuno is a decentralized approach kung diin ang decision-making authority is transferred from central education authorities to individual schools. So this initiative empowers school heads, teachers, parents, and students to participate sa pag-manage sa school affairs or problems para sa gayna ni Ms. Ligaya kung diin ga-allow sa ilaha nga mo-tailor ang educational strategies to their specific needs and contexts. SBM is a strategy to improve education by transferring significant decisions making authority from the DepEd Central Office, Regional Office, Division Offices to individual schools, so from higher to lower. Ang SBM nag-provide sa principals, teachers, students, and parents a greater control over the education process by giving them responsibility for decisions about the budget, personnel, and the curriculum. So, pamaagi sa involvement sa teacher, parents, and other community members sa key decisions, SBM can create more effective learning environments for children. So, school-based management, or SBM, is an approach where individual schools are given more control over their operations with the goal of improving educational outcomes. So, for example, a public elementary school in a suburban area faced issues with low student performance and engagement. So the school decided to implement SBM to address these challenges. So they have to take steps. So first is the school should establish an SGC, or a school government council, composed of the principal, teachers, parents, community leaders, and student representative. So the council will meet regularly to discuss school policies, budget allocations, and strategies to improve student outcomes. The principal and SGC were given the authority to give decisions about curriculum adjustments, hiring of additional staff, and allocation of resources based on the school's specific needs. So teachers were also encouraged to propose and implement innovative teaching methods tailored to the students. So the school will launch initiatives to involve parents in children's education, such as regular parent-teacher meetings, workshop, and volunteer opportunities. So community members were invited to contribute to school activities, enhancing the school's resources and creating a sense of ownership. So this example illustrates how SBM can empower schools to make decisions that directly address their unique challenges, leading to better educational outcomes. SBM and the principle of subsidiarity. So SBM is in keeping with the principle of subsidiarity, which states that it is the people at the lowest level who will know best their problems and so are in the best position to address the same. So it emphasizes decentralization and local decision making. So the principle of subsidiarity states that matters should be handled by the smallest, least centralized competent authority or level na capable rapod sa pag-address effectively. So, sa context sa SBM, it means that individuals or communities at the lowest or grassroots level are in the best position to understand their own problems and address them accordingly. So by applying SBM in accordance with the principle of subsidiarity, decision-making and problem-solving are delegated to the level closest to the issue at hand. So ang kaning approach nga recognize nga ang katong affected by a problem have the most intimate o saktong knowledge or panghuna-huna about sa sitwasyon and are better equipped to come with the effective solution. So for example, sa Medina Elementary School, na ay mga student nga hina when it comes to solving, reading, comprehending, writing, or unsa pa na. So instead of calling out the government or the higher levels, nangita sila og way. Gigamit nila ang partnership sa Medina and CPSU para matabangan ang students that has low performance. So ang problem nila is it may took several weeks para nakuha nila ang outcome. So ang kani kuan siya kanang tutorial. So ang problem, they know their problems and so are in the best position to address the same. Nothing should be done by a larger and more complex organization, which can be done as well by a smaller and simpler organization. So in short, any activity which can be performed by a more decentralized entity should be done by that more decentralized entity. So it emphasizes the idea that tasks and decision making should be delegated to the smallest competent authority or level capable of addressing them effectively. So in other words, it advocates for decentralization and local autonomy in governance and problem solving. So when we say delegation, it is the act of assigning tasks, responsibilities, and decision-making authority to another person or group. So the principle suggests na ang dagko o more complex na organization should refrain from undertaking tasks na pwede ra nga mabuhat or well executed by smaller and simpler entities. So those in the higher replication are far removed from the scene and are therefore not as involved and as informed from those in below. So for example, sa school, ug naay maaksidente nga bata, ilahan na naidritso sa school, clinic, or even sa hospital. So they have to do what they have to do with their problem. So they have to deal with their problem or situations. So dili na sila mo mess up pa sa mga higher level or mga higher level kay lagi maaksyonan na nila ang ilang problema and makakita na sila pamaagi nga ilahara. So here I am going to tackle about the advantages of the SBM, but first I am going to tackle about the strengths of SBM. First is allow competent individuals in the school to make decisions that will improve learning. For example, CPSU's education system is renowned for its success, and one key element is the autonomy granted to teachers and school leaders. So sa CPSU, teachers are highly trained and respected professionals who are given significant freedom to design and implement their teaching methods. So the system emphasizes trust in educators' competence to make decisions that enhances student learning. So the teachers have the freedom to choose their teaching methods and materials. So they are not bound by strict curricula, allowing them to tailor their approaches to the needs of the students. So teachers design their lesson plans and can modify them based on real-time feedback and observations in the classroom. Next, we have the give the entire school community a voice in the key decisions. For example, programs and services offered at community schools are developed in collaboration with various stakeholders, including local businesses, healthcare providers, and non-profit organizations. Abi, ang community nakabalo nga ganid og mental health services. The school works with local mental health professionals to provide on-site counseling and support. Para sa ato sa Santo Tomas, regularly gina-check ang tango sa mga students. And ug naay daot kay ilang ipaibot or ilang idton. Next, we have here the focused accountability for decisions. For example, sa teacher evaluation, i-rate nimo ang teacher if ever nakaabot siya sa standard or wala. Dinhi, mabalaan ni og ang teacher kay maayo sa student or dili. And if ever nga maot ang evaluation sa ilang students towards anang a teacher, may posibilidad nga mapatawag ang teacher sa school head to make them accountable. Also, ug unsa ang decision, medyo na nimo nga panindigan. Next, we have lead to greater creativity in the design of program. So for example, ang CPSU na-identify ang needs sa students which is kanang walay connection or internet para makatabang o para maka-research dayon ang students na develop sa school nga magpatukod na lang og free wifi. So kani nga project is gibuhat ni siya og gibuhat ni siya nga approach bitaw para ang student maka-engage og maka-deeper learning. So next, we have the redirect resources to support the goals developed in each school. So, for example, ang scholarship program nga gi-implement sa CPSU, gihatag ni siya og chance og opportunity sa mga students to support them financially, and also for them to achieve ang also for the school para ma-achieve ang goal. So, to make graduates technology driven by 2030, nag-provide ang CPSU og TV, computer hub, etc. nga electronics. Next, it lead to realistic budgeting as parents and teachers become more aware of the school's financial status, spending limitations, and the cost of its program. So for example, ang PTA meeting nga natabo atong second sem, kung diin explain ni Ma'am Belyesa og pila ang amutan, o para sa asa ni ang amutan, and gi-explain kung nganong naay amutan. Also, ang sa private school, nana sila'y madawat nga tuition fee nga bill para mabayaran each examination. So, dinha na mabalaan sa parents ug unsa ang rason nganong inana ang bayranan sa ilahang anak sa school. Improve morale of teachers and nurture new leadership at all levels. So, improving morale of teachers involves creating a positive and supportive work environment through recognition, fair treatment, and opportunities for professional growth. Nurturing new leadership entails providing mentorship, training, and opportunities for teachers to take on leadership roles within the school community. By fostering a culture of empowerment, appreciation, and continuous learning, schools can effectively boost morale and cultivate strong leadership at every level. So, through SBM, decision-making authority is devolved to school heads and teachers, parents, and students. So, through school-based management, or SBM, decision-making authority is transferred from central authorities to local stakeholders such as school heads, teachers, parents, and students. This decentralization allows these stakeholders to participate actively in shaping policies, managing resources, and making decisions that directly impact the school's operation and educational outcomes. So this reduces bureaucratic controls on schools and encourages school heads, teachers, and parents to use greater initiative in meeting the needs of students and community. So this shift reduces bureaucratic controls on schools, empowering school heads, teachers, and parents to take greater initiative in addressing the needs of students in the community. So by decentralizing decision-making authority through school-based management, or SBM, these stakeholders can respond more flexibly and efficiently to local challenges and opportunities. So this autonomy fosters innovation, collaboration, and a more responsive educational environment tailored to the specific needs of the school and its community. Next, involving stakeholders is also helpful in the mobilization of local resources to complement public resources. Involving stakeholders such as school heads, teachers, parents, and community members is beneficial because it facilitates the mobilization of local resources to complement public funding and resources allocated to school. So these stakeholders can contribute in various ways, such as through fundraising activities, volunteering their time and expertise, or providing donations of materials and services. So these collaborative efforts helps enhance the overall support available to school, enabling them to expand their capabilities and better meet the educational needs of students without solely relying on government funding. In SBM, schools take the responsibility to plan and implement their school improvement plans, so SIP. Pares gaina katong kang kang Miss Ligaya sa Mabuhay Elementary School, katong gisulti na ko ninyo ang problem, cause, activity, objectives, persons, o unsa pa na, mao na siya ang School Improvement Plans or ang SIP. So in school-based management or SBM, schools assume the responsibility for planning and executing their school improvement plans or ang SIP. This means that instead of centralized authorities dictating all aspects of school development, local stakeholders, including school leaders, teachers, parents, and sometimes students, collaborate to identify priorities, set goals, and outline strategies to enhance the school's performance and effectiveness. So SIPs typically address areas like curriculum development, student achievement, teacher professional development, infrastructure improvements, and community engagement, tailoring initiatives to meet the specific needs of context of the school community. So in SBM, schools take the responsibility to plan and implement their school improvement plans or SIP. So here I am going to tackle about the disadvantages of SBM. So through SBM, problems and needs at the school level get solved faster and specific personalities and cultures are taken into consideration. So through school-based management, problems and needs at the school level are addressed more swiftly because decision-making authority is decentralized to local stakeholders like school heads, teachers, parents, and students. So this allows for solution to be tailored to the specific personalities, cultures, and contexts of individual schools, fostering a more responsive and effective approach to address challenges. So by considering these unique factors, SBM promotes a more nuanced understanding of issues and encourages strategies that are better suited to the school's community's particular circumstances, enhancing overall effectiveness and satisfaction within the educational environment. These personalities and cultures are usually stakeholders ignored in multi-layered and hierarchical organization like DepEd. In a hierarchical organization, straitjacket rules, procedures meet specific solved problems if schools have to wait for answers from above. So, it takes time para makuha ang result where teachers, parents, and students could be frustrated due to the delays. Next is the quality and effectiveness of SBM can vary widely between schools depending on the skills and communication of local leaders and community members. So the quality and effectiveness of school-based management or SBM can vary significantly among schools due to the skills, dedications, and engagement levels of local leaders and community members involved in the decision-making process. So schools with proactive and capable leaders supported by actively involved teachers, parents, and students tend to implement SBM more successfully. So these stakeholders contribute to better planning, resource allocation, and implementation of school improvement plans or SIP, so leading to improved educational outcomes. So conversely, schools lacking strong leadership or community involvement may struggle to fully realize the potential benefits of SBM, resulting in less effective implementation and outcomes. So it is the school themselves, not DepEd higher officers, that knows best their problems and the solutions to these problems. So it is the schools that determine the number and kind of teachers they need. So they need the kind of learning materials and resources they will possess. Since the schools are given more power to direct themselves, they are more accountable for results. Maon na siya murag og unsay decision sa school ilahan na ng sala ilahan ng panindigan. Lastly, dili na siya disadvantage sa SBM. But while SBM has the potential to improve school management and educational careful planning, support, and oversight to address these challenges and ensure that all students benefit equally. So while school-based management or SBM holds promise for enhancing school management and educational outcomes, its success hinges on careful planning, adequate support mechanisms, and overcoming various challenges to ensure equitable benefits for all students. So effective implementation of SBM demands thoughtful consideration of resources, allocating training for stakeholders. So while school-based management or SBM holds promise for enhancing school management and educational outcomes, its success hinges on careful planning, adequate support mechanisms, and overcoming various challenges to ensure equitable benefits for all students. So effective implementation of SBM demands thoughtful consideration of resource allocation, training for stakeholders, and establishment of transparent decision-making processes, addressing challenges such as varying levels of community engagement, resource disparities, and potential conflicts in decision-making is crucial to safeguarding equal opportunities and outcomes for every student within the school system. So that is all. I have discussed my part. So next, Janine Empanado will continue the discussion.